If you drift far into deep space, leaving the sun as a distant speck, a massive pale gold sphere emerges from the pitch black. For centuries, ancient civilizations tracked its slow, quiet movement across the night sky. Through these primitive lenses, it was a subject of wonder, a peaceful, floating jewel that defined the edge of the known world. That wonder relied on distance. When we finally sent robotic probes billions of kilometers across the void to measure the environment directly, the romanticized image of the planet began to fracture. Human brains are wired to look for familiar scales, mountains, oceans, or solid horizons to establish a sense of security. Saturn provides none of them. It is a world that actively defies our most basic cognitive comforts. Up close, the perfect rings and golden hues act as a mask. This is a masterclass in cosmic deception, a place where every human instinct for stability is stripped away. The deception starts with the atmosphere. From afar, the pale gold bands wrapping the planet look like tranquil layers of mist quietly blanketing a silent world. This image reveals the violence tearing beneath those clouds. Winds whip through the upper atmosphere at 1,800 kilometers per hour. That is faster and more destructive than the most violent hurricanes ever recorded on Earth. This diagram illustrates the planet's scale. You can pack 760 entire Earths, every single ocean, massive mountain range, and human city, inside this single volume, and still have empty room left over. Our standard frames of reference for size simply fail to map onto a structure this massive. Then there are the rings, arguably the most celebrated and elegant structures in the solar system. Inside those glowing bands, the elegance vanishes. This is a chaotic graveyard of jagged ice boulders and rock fragments, continuously colliding as they orbit at thousands of kilometers an hour. At these speeds, a tiny pebble carries the impact of a bullet. These structures are the wreckage of a moon shredded by tidal forces. Today, that debris is slowly dissolving as Saturn's gravity pulls it into the atmosphere, a process scientists call ring rain. What we perceive as the planet's defining beauty is actually the visual record of ancient, ongoing planetary destruction. When scientists first observed gas giants up close, they expected to find the chaotic, disorganized, and unpredictable weather systems common to fluid dynamics. This infrared capture shows the opposite. At the North Pole, the atmosphere forms a perfect hexagon. Such straight lines feel unnervingly artificial. At its center sits a deep vortex. This storm is wider than Earth and remains stable for decades. To compound that unease, the planet's magnetic field generates intense, low-frequency radio emissions. When recorded and shifted into the human hearing range, it sounds like the rhythmic, grinding hum of a colossal machine. Standard navigation relies on a horizon or a floor. In this descent, those concepts vanish. There is no solid surface to land on, just an endless, plummeting fall through thick, pitch-black clouds, illuminated only by planet-sized lightning strikes. As you fall, the atmospheric pressure multiplies. Long before any object can reach the metallic hydrogen near the core, it is crushed and silently annihilated by the sheer weight of the atmosphere above it. There is no ground to stand on. There is no shelter to find. There is only an inescapable descent into the dark. Zooming out from the violent atmosphere, we find a collection of bizarre, isolated moons circling in the freezing void. The largest, Titan, is a distorted reflection of Earth. It has dense clouds and seasonal weather, but the rain falling through that thick orange haze isn't water, it is freezing liquid methane. Other moons, like Mimas, wear the deep scars of ancient, catastrophic impacts. Some hide pitch-black liquid oceans beneath miles of fractured ice, completely cut off from the light of the sun. Standing on any of these rocks means facing an absolute silence. You are infinitely isolated from time, warmth, and the rest of the universe. This planet cast this same massive shadow across its rings long before our atmosphere could even support oxygen. It has operated on this scale for billions of years, entirely oblivious to our arrival. Saturn's deceiving beauty forces us to confront our own insignificance. It stands as a monument to the reality of the deep cosmos,